Hello guys and welcome back. Over the past few weeks, I've been working on this attendance application. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of this app and what it does. So this application has 3 users. It has an admin, it also has students and also has lecturers. So this is the sign-in screen and students can come here and they can register. So by clicking on that button and entering this information. Lecturers can also come here by clicking on this button and registering themselves here. So in a real world scenario, the school of course has these details already and they create the accounts for the users. But for our cases, we do not have any of this information. So we have to enter ourselves. And if they already have an account, they can go on and sign in. So first of all, I'm going to log in as an admin. I worked on a cloud function and set up some custom claims such that when lecturers register with an email of a certain domain, they can automatically be marked as an admin. So I'm going to first of all log in as an admin account that I had created earlier. So this is the email of the admin and I have entered their password and now I'm going to click on sign in. So once they have been signed in, they are presented with a screen like this. And as you can see at the top here, I used slivers so that when I scroll up like that, as you can see now the app bar is replaced by the image and also their name. So this is the admin. As you can see now, this admin is also a lecturer. That is why we have some things here. But most importantly, admins have access to this button here that says admin. So when I tap on this button right here, as you can see here, this is the admin dashboard. So they're just going to see the lecturers, they are going to see the units, and they're also going to see the attendance summary. So one of the things that they can do is create units. So the admin is responsible for creating units. And as you can see here, I had created some of the units, but I'm going to show you how I create these units. So first of all, by tapping on this floating action button here, and then coming to this screen. And here we are going to create a unit. So I'm going to create a unit like file systems, for example. And then I'm going to enter the unit duration. So this is how long the unit should take. So let us go with something like 72 hours, for example. And then we need to select the lecturer that will teach that unit. So by tapping on this tab to select a lecturer, we are presented with a list of the lecturers that are already registered. So I'm going to tap on this. As you can see now, the lecturer has been selected and we have that. So I can tap on create a unit. So once the unit is created, as you can see, it appears here. Already we have these file systems here. And now what we need to do is to create a timetable for this particular unit. And by coming to timetables, as you can see here, I had created timetables earlier for other units. And I'm going to add another timetable. And I'm going to select the unit that I had just created. So the unit that I have created is this file systems here. I'm going to tap on it, okay? And I'm going to select the day of the week that this unit should take place. So I'm going to go with a day like Tuesday, for example. And I'm going to select a room. So I need also to select the room in which this unit will be taught. And I'm going to go with D32, okay? And then I'm going to select the start time. So I'm going to select from 11:00, okay? So that is the start time. And the end time is going to be 1300. So I'm going to go with 13:00 hours like that. So remember, when I try to save this timetable, if there are any conflicts, it is not going to be successful. So the system will look at the other timetables. It also going to look at these start times and end times. And if there are any conflicts, we are going to get an error. But for this case, let me try to click on save timetable. So for our case, it has been successful. So here it is. So it is successful. So let me go back. So another thing that the admin can see is the analytics. So if I go to analytics, the analytics are going to show the attendance, okay? So this is the attendance of all the units, and at the top here is the overall attendance. So at the moment we have a very poor attendance. So these are all the other units that have been assigned to all the other lecturers. And you might wonder why the two are 50% and the other are 0, but we have 20%. But what is happening is that it's looking at all these attendances and then dividing by the number of units. So if all of them were 100%, then the overall would be 100%. But for the moment, only 2 have 50%, the rest have 0%, because anyway there have been 0 sessions, but the system is giving the average attendance as 20% because it is looking at all of these units. So if I go back, so that is how that is what the admin is going to see. So they can create the units, they can set the timetables, and they can also see the analytics. Okay, so let me go back now. So remember this lecturer over here, if I go to account, as you can see, it's just this lecturer and their email. So for their profile information, there's nothing really much going on. But if I go back to homepage, now as you can see, now on Mondays, we don't have any class, okay? On Tuesday, he has this one class that we had just set. So on Wednesday, he has no classes. On Thursdays or on Fridays, so there are no classes available for him, okay? So again, he can go to reports. So at the moment, since he has had no classes, as you can see now, we have nothing to show for him. Again, here we have assigned units for. So for lecturers, they can see the units that they have been assigned to and the number of students that have been registered to that unit. And for all units, as you can see now, we can list the number, the other units and the students that have been enrolled in. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in as a student, and then you can see the perspective of a student. So let me log out. I have logged in as a student. As you can see, if I go to account, so here I get profile information for the student. And if I go to homepage, as you can see, it's fetching my information here as usual. This is my upcoming class on Wednesday. And then this is the attendance here. And then I can also see the units that are available. So if I go to schedule, so at the moment when I'm recording this video, it's on a Tuesday. So automatically it picks the day Tuesday here. And I had a class from 7 to 9. Okay, but if I go home here, as you can see, it automatically detects that we are already, the time that we had, we are already past that time. So it automatically here updates to the next class. So the upcoming class is tomorrow from 11. So even if we are on a Tuesday, but this time has already passed, so it automatically goes to Wednesday and gives me the upcoming class. So as you can see now, this is the schedule. For Thursday, I have no classes. On Friday, I have a class. Okay, I have a class on Friday. So one thing that I have to do now, so this is so that is how my schedule looks. I can go to reports. So these reports show my attendance. As you can see now, the overall attendance is this. And here I have missed one class, but I have attended all the classes for this. So I can go to units. So remember, for lecturers, it was showing assigned units because the admin assigns units to the lecturers, but students, they enroll to these units. So if I go to all units, as you can see, there are units that I have not enrolled in. And if you can remember, we had this unit that we created for this lecturer. So I can, if I want to enroll to this unit, for example, I can click on that. As you can see now, it pulls the data for that unit. So this is the lecturer. The duration is 72 hours, 0 are enrolled, and the timetable assigned to this unit. So I can click on this button, enroll, to enroll to this unit, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on enroll now. As you can see now, we have been enrolled to this unit successfully, and now here we have one student. I can go back, and now if I go to schedule, as you can see now, if I go to Tuesday, as you can see now, I have another class. And if I go to home, as you can see now, it updates. Okay, now we have an upcoming class today at 11. Okay, so if I go to reports, as you can see now here, I had shown you this already, and the units, etc. Now these are the units that I'm enrolled in. So one thing that I'm going to show you is now how we mark attendance. Okay, in my Android Studio here, now here is my emulator. I'm going to bring it here at the center. And so here I'm logged in as another lecturer called Dr. Emma Chin. Well, as you can see here, so this is the lecturer account. Of course, they can also see their schedules. They can see their reports. Okay, so this is the reports of this lecturer, the units, and also the accounts. But as you can see, what lecturers can do, they can also see more details about the units, but there's no button to enroll because only students can enroll to units. As you can see here, we don't have the button to enroll to those units because lecturers should not be able to see that. So there is that dynamic rendering in this application. For simplicity, I'm just going to go to the schedule of this lecturer. So as you can see here, the upcoming class for this lecturer is tomorrow. Okay, it's tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to schedule once again. I'm gonna go to tomorrow. So here, just for the purposes of testing this app, I'm going to start this session. Okay, I'm going to start this session so that we can record attendance. I can show you how I record attendance. I don't have to wait until tomorrow so that I can do this. I can just, for the sake of testing purposes, I'm going to show you. So the lecturers, what they do is that when they are in a class, they can start a session, because remember, students have to record attendance with the QR code. So I'm gonna click on start session here to start a session. So once the session has started, so we are presented with a screen like this. Okay, so this is the lecturer information, the information here, and a QR code in which the students should scan. So if I show you my phone, so this is my phone here. So let me bring this here like that, and let me show you my phone. So if I go to Wednesday, as you can see, we have this red button here, or this sign here showing that this class is in progress. So we have that. And what I can do now is that I can now scan this this QR code to record my attendance. So I'm directed to my phone. So when I come here, as you can see now, we don't have permission granted. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to first of all access location. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna try to scan once again. So as you can see now, it asks for my permission, and I'm gonna say while using this app. And as you can see, it fails. It fails because I'm too far from the school to mark attendance. I'm 18 kilometers away. So once I'm that far away from the school, the app automatically detects that I'm not around the school, and it's not gonna allow me to take attendance. So I have to be inside the school to be able to mark attendance. So I'm gonna change the location so that I'm near the school. So now I have adjusted my location, and let me try to scan the QR code once again. As you can see now, has been successful. As you can see, I have got the message at the top, and as you can see now, we have one student present. So at the end of the class, so the lecturer can just tap on this end session to end the session. And as you can see at the top, this red blinking here will stop. So if I click on end session, as you can see now, that stops. Okay, and it closes this page entirely. So as you can see now, that page has been closed. So what that will do is that, first of all, it is now going to mark attendance, and it's going to update the reports. So if the lecturer goes to reports, and I'm going to ensure that this always stays on top by clicking Control Windows T. So that ensures it will remain on top. So as you can see now, the lecturer is going to see the overall attendance. Okay, so here he has done 4 sessions, and the attendance has been 50% because 2 students are enrolled to this class, but only 1 attended. So the overall attendance is 50%. So for the student, so if I go to reports, so as you can see now, we have attended all the 4 classes. So for this student, his attendance is 100%, okay, for this unit, and the overall attendance is 90%. Okay, so I can now go back. Okay, and as you can see now here at the top as well, as you can see now, the attendance has been updated. Okay, so automatically the next class is this one, and etc. So I think that is it for this app for the moment. So one thing that I can work on is maybe sending notification whenever the next class is maybe 1 hour away, to send the notification that, oh, your next class is 1 hour away. And yeah, that is it. I have the full document for this project, by the way. So if I have the full project for this project. So if you are interested, you can just click on the link below, and you are gonna get the full document for this project. All right, so that is all that I have for the moment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.